I went to Tampa. I spoke at a recovery night, recovery community hockey, and then also went to the game that night. And Tampa did some stuff for me. I got to do the Bolt, the Tesla thing with Ryan Callahan before the game to pump up the crowd.
No way.
And then I did an interview with Dave Andrewchuk and Paul Kennedy after the second intermission. So it was nice. Damn. It was nice. It was a nice little homecoming back to Tampa. Yeah.
Did they give you a jersey?
I did wear a jersey. Yeah, I wore a 44 Thompson jersey.
Nice.
They had even introduced me as the Alaskan Assassin, which they used to do when I played.
Wow.
So that was kind of a nice touch.
I don't know if I've ever heard Alaskan Assassin.
Really?
So, keep that under your belt a little bit.
The Alaskan Assassin actually is not, I'm not the original.
Oh.
The Alaskan Assassin original is actually Trajan Langdon. You guys remember him?
Yeah.
Shooter, three-point shooter from Alaska that played for Duke.
Yep.
So he was the original Alaskan Assassin, and when I played for Tampa, I don't know, they brought that up.
He's a basketball guy. I could probably take this.
I could be the Alaskan
There's
Assassin.
no way Trajan can beat you up.
Trajan Langdon?
Yeah.
I think I could take him.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no chance. So to the recovery, what was the recovery event that you spoke at?
It was for people in recovery, whether it's
Okay.
drug abuse, alcohol, whatever. And I spoke to over 300 people.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
You just kind of told your story.
Yeah, I told my story, shared my journey, where how I got there, what I did, to get better, all those things. I talked about the mental health part of it and everything, and just I spoke for like 25 minutes, and then they did a Q&A after, and a couple tough questions, but it was but some fun questions too.
Yeah,
yeah. It was a good time. It was good. It was good to give back and just be in Tampa. Like, it was nice to be Tampa.
What was a tough question you got?
I think the tough questions is like when I was in that dark place, was them asking maybe a detailed question about that where I had to answer. I can't really remember.
And you kind of had to revisit. You're like, oh
yeah,
man,
you have to revisit those feelings a little bit. And I told them that the same thing is, going back, like doing those speeches are hard, but at the same time, it's like, it's good for me too.
Yeah.
It helps me.
Yeah.
Because you started your recovery journey. Is it a recovery journey? Do you say it like that? Or you just say recovery?
Yeah, you can say recovery journey.
You started your recovery journey while you were in the league.
Yeah, I still think I'm in my journey. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
But you started that while you were playing in the NHL, and I mean, that has to be like you played how many years past when you became sober to retired?
Another 6 or 7 years, I think. Yeah.
Wow. So 6 or 7 years. I mean, that's some people's whole career. I mean, there's guys who would be thankful to play 6 years in the NHL.
Yeah.
You played an additional 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
So, do you think that extended? Obviously, I'm answering my own question, but for sure extended. But how has that impacted your post-hockey life? Being in recovery now, like when you found it, when you did, post maybe when you retired?
No, that's a good question. I mean, 100% it extended my career, no question about it. I said that to everyone down there too. Like, I wouldn't have played as long as I did if I didn't get sober. And I think now, like, still continuing not drinking, like retiring is hard enough as it is, and I can't imagine retiring and still doing what I was doing then.
Yeah.
It would be even worse.
Because people kind of take a big...
Yeah, it would be even worse.
You drop off a cliff.
It would be 10 times worse.
Yeah.
So that's a really good point. Like, I like it puts things in perspective a little bit, like how worse it could be if I was doing the same things I was doing. So, yeah, I think me in my recovery journey still post-retirement is huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's only a positive, especially with how hard retiring is, but be able to do it with a clear head.
Yeah.
Much better.
So you had a good time with the event. You get to like actually meet people afterwards and chat with these people, and
I talked to a little bit of people before, but I had to rush out of there, unfortunately, because I was rushing over to the rink.
You're like,
to do the Tesla charge squirrel.
The actual lightning that's in the building, I got to go charge that.
So for everybody that was watching, I'm sorry, I had to rush over to pump up the fans for the lightning.
It's okay. You gave your time.
Yeah.
Team, they win the game.
They won 8-0. They played Utah.
I mean,
so it was that game.
It was that game. 8-0.
When do they have you back for the playoffs? Like, this is insane.
I told them, I said, listen, you guys want to have me back anytime, I'll be glad to support some more goals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they kicked the shit out of them.
Knowing that you've played in so many places, was there a thought while you were doing this of like, is this an event you could go do in do one in Philly and do one in Anaheim or LA or
Ooh, a tour. I have a guy who can help you put together a tour for all I mean, probably don't need a guy, but yeah, I mean that's a
on
great
the bus.
idea. Hitting
I
up all
would,
past
I would.
teams and being like, hey, this is something,
Yeah.
No, I would. I think if the opportunity came and someone asked me to do that again, I 100% would do it.
That's so rad.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's a great experience, and I say this all the time. Like, I don't know how many people I've helped or whatever, but like if I help just one person from it, then it's good. It's a win, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing is, if 300 people were there, there's no way somebody in there didn't get something that has taken them now to the next phase of their journey. Or the
hope so.
next, got them through another month, or got them through.
yeah.
Because that's the thing, right? You're just gaining little inspirations.
Yeah.
As
one day
you
at
go
a time,
along.
baby.
And yeah,
Exactly.
one day at a time. One day at a time.
And it's like,
I
that was their day.
Yeah,
Like,
and I told some stories. I told some some whole drunk-a-log stories that I have from back in the day that everyone hopefully can relate. And I think the biggest thing is just you get real, you get vulnerable, and people, that's usually when you can help people is when you get vulnerable yourself.